Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to have a unit test for unit number 6. So by the time we wait for your classmates, you may refer to the PPTs, which I have already uploaded in the Google Drive in the shared folder, all right? Because we're still waiting for our classmates to join us. So those who have joined may go and refer to the PPT. We are going to have a unit test for unit number 6 after we do the quick revision, okay? Just we'll wait 5 more minutes for them to join. Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to do a quick revision of unit number 6, self-development and self-assessment. And then we are supposed to give a test for the same. All right, unit 6, it is titled as self-development and self-assessment. So the topics first were introduction. So why do we require self-development and self-assessment? What is the need for it? So self-development and self-assessment are required because when you want to climb the stairs of success, it should come from within. All right. We always know that when things come from within, you prosper, you move ahead. That is why self-development, though others assess us, somebody would assess us, somebody would assist us to develop ourselves, but we require to do things for ourselves on our own. Right? We need to be motivated to do things on our own. Why? Why? Because it will help you stay fresh in the profession that you are. It help you work out. Just give me a minute, please. So we require to self-develop, or we require to have this awareness of developing ourselves and assessing ourselves for the reason that it is actually a process of educating yourself, polishing yourself, at becoming better at all the professional skills that you have. Remember, whatever is new today would become obsolete in a few days, right? Let's say the way we have updates for our mobile phones. Yeah, new things are added every day. Similarly, in each and every profession that you take up, there are new things that come up. And to sustain in a professional environment, we need to be updated each day, every day, each moment. Now, every time somebody cannot tell us or remind us, like in our phone, that you need to upgrade yourself, you need to update. That awareness one should have. Why is this kind of awareness required? This kind of awareness is required to reinforce your values that you have learned in life and reinforce that you have just achieved a few milestones. You have a long way to go to achieve your dreams. Moreover, when we are aware about this self development and assessment tricks and techniques, it helps us to become more clear about the objective, more clear about the direction in which we need to work. Because it becomes clear, if the objective is clear, the journey is clear, the destination is clear, it becomes easier for one to take decisions, crucial decisions at every point of the milestone that they are going to achieve. Remember, motivation comes from within. There are various sources which can uplift you, but it cannot happen until and unless you allow it to do it. Right? So, this is a way of motivating yourself to become better, to become one of the best, become one of the updated persons in in your professionals. Moreover, when you are clearer about things, you will be achieving milestones within the time frame that you have set, and it will also have a positive impact on yourself. Remember, we always say that we should take failures as stepping stones, but we are not supposed to take them as stepping stones to again failures. We are supposed to take them as stepping stones to success. When you achieve success at some point, it will have a very positive impact on yourself, and it will motivate you to move further, to stretch further out of your comfort zone. Whenever you are surrounded by a challenging environment, this updated knowledge of yours is going to help you move out of it. It's going to help you find out a third way, a fourth way. It's going to help you find out a solution if you are updated. Moreover, it will also help you retain your self and esteem, your confidence, and not only in your views, but in the views of others, in the eyes of others as well. Then we had gone through a few action verbs or action words, which we call, which are necessary to build up this self development and self assessment sense. So we're going to look at it one at a time. So the first one was change. Change is an inevitable aspect of every person's life. Somewhere down the line, there is a change. Right? Let's say we change every moment. We grow in years, we grow in experience, we change our perspective. Change is something which nobody can stop and it is bound to happen. But when you anticipate change, it makes easier for you to shift from one thing to another. Now, people always avoid changes. There are various reasons for it. The very first thing is you are afraid of the unknown. You don't know things, so you don't want to change it. You want to keep things as it is. Uh, what most of us would cling on to our positions. We have, developed an affection towards our positions, and we are not ready to let it go. Sometimes we doubt ourselves and the decisions which we take. Moreover, we would be focusing more on the external world and not less on the internal one. And we would try to overlook the fact that there are other options also available. There are other options that can help you progress more. Now, what are the benefits of change is one of the few benefits that we have over here are being flexible. This changing environment makes you flexible enough and helps you adjust wherever it is required. Improvements. Now, if you take changes positively, changes are meant to improve a person, bring about improvisation, and help a person to look at things from different perspectives. Life values. Uh, Changes help you reinforce the life values that you have. New beginnings. Changes can be taken as new opportunities or new beginnings that have come up to you. It also helps you experience something entirely new and fresh and would bring a freshness in your monotonous life. It also helps you grow personally. Personal growth is also there, and progress. A few tips for dealing with changes would be one should be flexible and one should have the strength to move out of their comfort zone. Communicate, communicate, and communicate. The more you communicate, listen here, communication not only means you speaking, it also means you listening. So always have the habit of listening actively, listen to what is happening, try and see what kind of changes can come. Anticipate the change. It would be easier for you to move in. Moreover, change does not happen all of a sudden. Remember that things don't change overnight. Today you sleep, tomorrow you wake up as a 30-year-old can happen only in movies, not in real life. You grow one day at a time. You change one day at a time. So anticipating the change would make it easier for you to adapt to the change. Time to time, one should envision the bigger picture, alter the picture that is coming along, and try to vision your own goals. Not only vision the goals, but also vision the milestones that you need to achieve the goal finally. Right? And one should stay alert and mark the changes that have started happening stage by stage so it is easier for you to transform, adapt to the change that comes ultimately. Then we had grow or growth. Now is when we started with change. Change is inevitable, but growth is always optional. Growth is applicable to each human being provided the person wants to. If you wish to take it, if you are willing to take it. If one needs to establish the willingness to grow, one must be self motivated, one must set goals, and one must retain one's self esteem. Changing is considered to be an automatic process, an involuntary process, whereas growth is a voluntary process where you decide whether you want to grow or not. It's like reading the textbook. You cannot force everybody to read it. You can give the textbook, you can give the material, but reading, giving material is like a change, but reading the material and trying to understand the material, trying to read and work out what things work for you and what not, is a voluntary process. You do it if you like it. If you don't do it, nobody can force you to do it, right? But gradually, when one starts accepting changes, one also has the need to grow as well. Next is persist. Persistence is one of the core values that one person should imbibe or one person should have if he or she wishes to be successful at different stages of life. Persistence is actually a constant reminder to self to be disciplined, to practice what you have learned in theory, to improve, to face fears, and make things a daily ritual or a daily habit. Persistence helps one become an expert in different areas. It is like the follow up plan of an action to be taken to achieve a goal. It's like a follow up. You continuously follow your goal. It is the act of actually getting back from you where you fell down. Right? When we talk about failures being the stepping stones, right? The stepping up part where you fall from step one, you get up. Now you climb step one and two, you fall from there, you again get up. Then you climb step one, two, three, four, five, again you fall down, then you again get up and you start to do things over and over and over until and unless you achieve the goal, is what persistence is in simple words. Now, what are the tips for persistence? Remember, as I said, communication is an inevitable part of things. So, wherever and whenever you feel the need, one should always take advice from an advisor or a counselor, a person who is more experienced in the field for that process. Secondly, we should try to maximize the use of the available resources. Analyze one's learning style. Everybody does not learn in the same way. Everybody does not learn in the same way. Everybody has his or her own style of learning. Certain people listen and learn, certain people read and learn, certain people just go through the visuals and they can remember things. Okay, everybody has a different way of learning. Try and find out which way do you learn. Try to budget your time. As I said, time is not available in abundance. Everybody has a limited time. Focus on future and choose optimism over other things. Next is prioritize. Priorities or prioritizing is a tool for productivity. The way you have a compass for navigation, right? But when you have the compass and you don't know where to go, that compass becomes useless. Similarly, you do not know which task to prioritize when, then the whole activity is futile. Right? One must create to-do list. Not only create to-do list, but also mark off and tick off things on the to-do list so that one can work well about prioritizing. We need to order task with the estimation of which task requires or which task needs to be requires to be completed first and which later on, along with an estimated time as well. The next word was read. Reading makes you not only gain expertise in the subject matter, but also an overall learning about things which can help you develop a variety of skills. Reading makes one person smarter because you enhance your knowledge. It also expands your vocabulary and improvises your writing skills. Moreover, when you read, you are transported to different worlds without traveling. You are lost in the story, so it helps you reduce your stress levels, and it also helps enhance the analytical skills. Why? Because enhancing analytical skills would happen because if you read different kind of books, you try to interpret what will come next. It will help you analyze, enhance your analytical skills. Now, if you wish to become a good reader, again, I said everything is a matter of habit. So develop a habit of reading at least a few pages a day. Approach things with open minds, reading material with open minds. And whenever you are reading, try to free your mind of other thoughts. Always sit with a pencil, underline words, find out meaning of words that you cannot understand. Review them and use such words in your daily life to expand your vocabulary. Next is learning. Learning is an essential activity to our existence. The way we require food, water, and clothing, one should always have also the requirement of learning. If you stop learning, your life becomes stagnant, right? So that's what you need to do. You need to be a learner for your life. So continuous learning is something that everybody should have now, because we have knowledge at our fingertips, Google, right? But we are not making the maximum use of this opportunity. What we should do is we should try to remain relevant, because as I said, things become obsolete very soon. Continuous learning also helps one to prepare for the unexpected events that might come up, the way we are facing right now, a pandemic that was quite unexpected. People never expected it to come, but our knowledge and understanding of things has helped us to cope up with the and prepare for the unexpected happenings. Then it will also boost your profile. It leads to confidence when you know things. It will also help you spark or think about new ideas, and it also helps you expand your perspective. Next, we have listening. As I said, in communication, listening is one of the hardest part that happens. People are passive listeners. People don't listen carefully to what has been said. But active listening is what is required. We always have a few words in English like hearing and listening. Hearing is an automatic process which we are born with, but listening requires some efforts from our side. Active listening, actually listening, when you are listening things actively, it will help you retain information, remember information, and it will help you make things better. Next is record. Record keeping means writing everything which is spoken into a written form and making it more concrete. Record keeping is an important aspect of every organization, because that is the information when you go back to and you move around and you go back and think about things. Good record keeping would help information to be reused, retained, and a good reference resource. Remembering is a skill that is used for encoding and reaching to the information on long term. A good memory is a result of a healthy body as well as a healthy mind, and we should do different things to keep our body and mind healthy by eating healthy, drinking a lot of fluids, keeping yourself hydrated, managing stress, and there is a technique, memory improving tool called mnemonics, where you try and remember names of everyday items. So that's one of the techniques or tools that you can use. Next is assess. Continuous assessment means knowing the value of what you know. There are certain tools like SWOT analysis, SWOT, which stand for strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, which one should be aware of so that one knows where one stands. Then think. Thinking is one of the most important tools of personality development. People always tell us think before you speak, right? And here by thinking we mean to say critical thinking. In our case, critical thinking as a part of your professional field is thinking about being enlightened, being educated, looking at things with open mind and in a different way. It helps you solve problems by asking questions. Then we have got communication, importance of communicating. Communicating we have already dealt with in unit 1. Next is relate. Human beings are all a sum total of their relationships which form different identities. Now a person's mental and personal well-being is tied with the quality of their personal relationships. And so we to nurture any relationship, one needs to provide a lot of time, be there when it is required, be there when it is not required. You should be there as a part of your community, as a part of your family, be it professional, be it personal, right? So one should take leadership roles as well as supportive roles as and when they are required. One should learn to apologize and forgive as well, and learn to communicate in a proper manner. The last topic was dream. Dreaming is important because it is the thought that one is having for one's future, your dreams for the future, right? Dreaming, excuse me, dreaming helps you to desire for something new, and it ensures your level of excitement remains high so that you are focused on accomplishing your goals, both personally as well as in the professional life. When you dream big, you have this positive aura and positive thought of achieving your dreams. Uh, when somebody dreams big, you generate levels of excitement and anticipation. One can find out and discover one's abilities to face different kind of challenges. Remember, when we dream big, we would always expand our limiting belief of our own power and ability that we have. We develop new habits. We are able to expand our network, and dreaming big helps you to enhance your quality of living and your quality of life as well. When one needs all these verbs or all these action verbs, they do not exist in isolation. Remember, when we started this subject, I told you things over here don't exist in isolation. Everything that we teach is connected to each other. So I cannot only dream big, I cannot only communicate good. These things come in connection, they are all interlinked. When they are balanced, most of us are balancing it. When we are balancing it properly, we are able to assess ourselves in a better manner, and we are able to climb the ladder of success in a better manner, right? So with this, the quick revision for unit 6 is done. We'll move on to our unit test. So there you go. I have pasted the link for today's test. You may start attempting your test now. Good luck for it. Excellent. Good to see that everyone has completed the quiz. We'll take the attendance now. Enrollment number 2. Attendance. Yeah. 5, 8, 9, 10, 12, 16, 17, 19, 24, 25, 26, 29, 31, 34, 35, 38, 44, 46, 47, 49, 50, 51, 53, 54, 56, 58, 65, 67, 68, 70, 69, 72, 73, 82, 85, 89, 91, 96, 100, 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 26, 126, 131, 134, and 144. I'll call out the absent numbers 1 so that we can verify the same. Absent numbers are 8, 9, 10, 16, 7, 134, and 144. Right. Though we have completed the unit test for 6, but there are still many activities that are pending for unit 6. It should be, answer should be SWOT Nesargi. I'll cross verify that and I'll make sure it isn't any mistake. Fine. There are many activities that we still need to do. So that's why I'm not saying that the syllabus is over. All right. I have an understanding that we have completed the unit test, but there are still many things that we are pending to be done. Fine. So for today, we call it a day class. Thank you. Have a nice day. We call it a day over here. Thank you, class.